Well, hello, welcome to Afternoons with Luke. I'm gonna talk about nature today, and here's a feather. I found a feather in the woods. We're in the woods right now, and we're just gonna walk around the woods all the show, and I'm just gonna point this up, and I'm gonna talk about it, and we're just gonna explore. That's a tree right there, and oh man, it's probably a coniferous because it doesn't have the leaves. Do you see? Like when you look at the ground, you see needles, and needles are associated with pine trees. Pine needles, pine trees. That's what we're talking about now. And with pine needles and pine trees comes pine cones. Let's look at these pine cones, Willie. There's a lot of them. A lot of these pine cones. And what happens with the pine cones is the seeds, they get caught up in the individual little pocket things. And when they fall off the tree, they open up and they spread out. And when the seeds get into the ground, they burrow in the ground. And then when the water and the light hits them, they burst up into the tree. But of course that doesn't happen instantaneously. That is a process of nature that takes hundreds of years. Like for instance, if I were to take an axe and chop this guy down, it would have rings on the wood, and by counting through the rings on the wood, you can tell its age, but that's for the next show. Right now, we're just gonna walk around the woods, and we're gonna see what we find. What we're looking at here is a mushroom. It's part of the fungus, the natural fungus of the woods. Don't get these confused with the mushrooms you eat at the store, because they could be poisonous. But some mushrooms that you do find in the woods, you can eat. But that's a little risky, you know? You find a mushroom in the woods, you're not like, should I eat this? The answer is no, do not eat it. But if you're a professional and you know what mushroom you're looking for, then it's okay. But this guy, if you look at his colorization, he's kind of unique here. And he's got a lot of mushroomy thing going on. Fungus is kind of cool, you know? It's not a plant. You see a lot of plants in the woods. But then you see this large thing, and it's a fungus. Ew. Maybe it's gross, maybe it's not. Kind of cool. But let's enjoy it for now. What we have here is a tree, but no longer a tree because it died and it fell over. And when you think about it, when trees fall and they decay, they're reused. The cycle of life. Everything and everyone belong to something else. If you just think about the whole circular nature thingy. This is an example of it. It used to be a tree, it's dead now. What's gonna happen with it is it's going to break down and become part of the big collective soil. And from that, from all the stuff inside, like the molecules and like the building blocks, we'll think of these as building blocks. And if you think about the breaking down process, it's gonna go something like this. But there's obviously not gonna be my hands involved in it. That's just what time and nature and the process of decay is gonna do. And after the decay, there's gonna be destruction. It's decaying. It is decaying. And it's dying. But it's already dead, and its sources and stuff inside of it are gonna be reused to create more life. If you look all around, everything that was ever once was is now again. And it just keeps recycling and destroying so it can build back up, and it's a process. It's a continuing process of crumbling, destruction, and explosion. And look, he's back! He's back again, but not exactly. But in time, if this was the future, this could be this. This is this, but not now because of the whole time gap. But it is that. Are you hungry? Did you eat today? Did you have any food? Food that provides energy. But trees, do the trees have mouths? I don't think trees have mouths, but trees need energy too, because they're alive. Look at how durable and sturdy and alive this guy is. But did he have Cheerios this morning? I don't think so. What he did have is sunlight. That's right, he had some sunlight, and he absorbed it through his leaves. His leaves that are filled with these chemicals and chloroplasts and chloroform and all those CHL words you can't pronounce. But the thing about the leaf is it takes sunlight, and when the sunlight comes in, it interacts in this thing called photosynthesis, which is basically just a chemical reaction where all the stuff inside the leaf interacts and it creates energy to keep this thing alive. And that's the process of photosynthesis. I could give you an equation, but I don't remember it. And who cares? Because sunlight, that's what it's all about. plants! That's what we have here. We have bad plants. They strangle the other plants and they take away all their resources. The nice, pretty trees, the beautiful, beautiful oxygen-producing trees. These guys, they kill them because they're invasive. And you want to know the bad thing about invasiveness? Is that they have a competitive advantage. They can just get in there and mingle and tangle and choke. Think about strangling. That's what these are doing to the trees. Bad, bad plants. Invasive. Bad, bad. Get away. Get away. You're invasive. You are killing the forest. I don't like you. I don't like you. And neither should you. You should not like these things. If you see these vines, take them out. They're bad, bad plants. Bad plants. Big bodies of water are essential to nature. You, me, and the trees. We all need it. We all love it. So do the fish. Shh. Did you hear that? Maybe you can't see them because they're up in the trees. They're hiding. They're small. Some are colorful. But if you listen, that's a bird noise. And there's all sorts of different bird noises. Those could be different species of birds. You have your black jays, your blue jays, your red jays, your green jays, and your yellow jays. And they're all exciting and they're fun. Some are large, but some fly, and they fly big. Gotta love the birds. Peaceful and it's beautiful and it's sunlight. It's the golden sunlight of the forest that provides the life that I talked about with the energy through the leaves. It's all a part of nature. Notice anything different about this tree compared to the other trees? That's right, it doesn't have bark. Something happened to it. There's a problem because it doesn't have bark. It doesn't have that outer protecting crusty layer. Wow, oh God, ew, there's bugs. Oh God, that's gross. I figured it out. These stupid bugs have been killing the tree. That's why it doesn't have bark. It's because of these, oh God, that's gross. But that's nature for you. Many processes. The bugs are actually killing the tree, but the bugs want to survive too. Oh, look at that, that's nasty. Oh my God, look at those bugs.
Animals in these woods. Some of them are large, like wolves. Wolves work in gangs and they bite you and they eat you, and it's all scary.
Oh, it's a spider.
I'm gonna try to leave before it gets too dark.
I'm a little scared right now.